Are you ready to buy your first home? Austin's market can feel a bit overwhelming, but today we're going to cover some key tips to help you navigate the process and maximize your buying power. Let's dive into the essentials every first-time home buyer should know. I go by Ian of Austin. I'm a realtor in Texas. I've helped many home buyers and sellers. So sellers want to pay close attention to this because right now, this is what your buyers are thinking and learning about, okay? Buyers, you want to pay attention to this because this is going to set you up for success in the process. And right now, sellers, some of them are almost desperate and begging for buyers to take action. And so I've seen it work both ways. And so it's great for all of us to kind of get on the same page here. So let's start by saying that setting your budget is going to be important. You want to understand your mortgage options. And there are a few steps that can make a world of difference. Here are the first-time homebuyer essentials that you won't want to skip. So the first thing we want to talk about is saving for a down payment. Let's start with that. A typical down payment ranges from 3% to 20%, depending on the loan type. So for a $400,000 home, 3% equals $12,000, while 20% means saving $80,000. So setting up a dedicated savings account can make tracking a little bit easier. And if you're planning ahead, automating deposits is a great trick to build that fund. So the second thing that we want to know about is your budget itself. So budgeting isn't just about the monthly payment. A lot of people make that mistake. You'll also need to factor in property taxes, homeowners insurance, and HOA fees. So when you're looking at the sales price of the home, that doesn't give you this information. And so all of that is kind of part of the bigger picture. So a helpful rule is to keep your total home costs at no more than 30% of your gross income. Okay, 30% of your gross income should keep you in a safe range so you're never house poor, which you hear people talking about. So this leaves you financially flexible while covering those extra costs, and it's a great way to know what price range suits you best. The third step that we want to talk about is shopping for a mortgage. Mortgage shopping can feel like a maze with so many different terms. Fixed rate mortgages offer stable payments, while adjustable rate mortgages or ARMs can start low but can fluctuate over time. And comparing lenders can save you thousands of dollars. So remember, even a slight interest rate difference can make a large impact on your monthly payment. And so finding a lender you can trust is key here. If you ever need a lender, again, ianofAustin.com, or you can just hit me up on Instagram or TikTok or any of those platforms. Leave a comment. I can connect you with a lender that can help you out. And you can use a bank. It's kind of challenging because banks work with a lot of people. And so you're almost like a small fish in a big pond, where mortgage lenders, they might not have as many clients going on at once, or they're working with at once. And so they can provide a little more attention. And sometimes they're available on off hours, like in the evenings and weekends. So there's variables in there. Then all of them have different prices. So there's tricks. If you want to know more about the mortgage lenders and how to decide which one is a good one for you, make sure you watch one of my other videos on the channel talking about mortgage lenders. Okay, so the next thing is closing costs. And this is the most important thing because people hear about down payments, but a lot of people don't talk about closing costs. And this is across the entire United States. I remember when I went to go buy my first house, nobody explained how closing costs worked. This is a while ago yet, but this is part of the reason why I became a realtor, because I don't want people to end up in that same situation. So closing costs can be anywhere between 2% and 5% on average of the home's sales price. So on a $400,000 home, that's between $8,000 and $20,000. And closing costs cover things like appraisals, inspections, and title insurance. Texas is a state where we go through and we get title insurance. We work with the title company. It's different than states like Illinois and I believe Louisiana, where those are attorney states. They might still have title insurance, but the process is a little different. So having a clear picture of these costs can keep you from any surprises as you approach closing day. So that's really, really, really critical. Let me know if you have any other things like this that you think people should know. Make sure you leave those in the comments below. So the next one is finding a real estate agent. And I know this might seem counterintuitive that it's kind of way down here on the list. I wouldn't say that this is any particular order, but it is important that along the way, you do consult a real estate agent, because what you don't want to do is end up on one of these websites and then you're randomly assigned to some realtor that doesn't know anything about you, but they paid for your data and they're the highest bidder, and now you end up with them and might not even like working with them. So what you want to do is look for an experienced agent, because that can be a game changer, especially if you're in a competitive market like Austin. Look for someone who knows the neighborhoods you're interested in and understands the unique market trends, which again, you can find on ianofAustin.com or any number of podcasts that I've done over the years. Will help you navigate bidding wars, inspections, and all the behind the scenes negotiations, which a lot of people don't see what's happening. And that's actually a great thing if you don't have to stress over the process, because we're able to help you navigate things along the way. That means we did a good job, right? It's interesting because there's often a lot that happens behind the scenes that people don't hear about. I'm going to start sharing more stories on this channel, so make sure you subscribe so you can hear some of these. Some of them are wonderful stories. Some of them are a little crazy. So if you are thinking about buying your first home, and if these tips helped out, check out ianofAustin.com like I had mentioned. And there are going to be plenty of resources, or if you want to get in touch for kind of a personalized advice on your home approach in Austin, I'm here for you. I'm very excited that you're here. I appreciate you watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.